Good morning, my darlings, and welcome to the penultimate Vlogmas. Happy Christmas Eve. I hope you've had a great day. Not too stressful. I know that Christmas Eve is always the like, oh my goodness, last minute panic. Have I wrapped this person's gift? Have I got the turkey out of the freezer? All of those kinds of last minute things to do. I know that our day tomorrow, our Christmas Eve, is going to be pretty full on, as is today. So I'd love to know how you guys have spent your Christmas Eve. Excuse Dexy barking. So please let me know down below. I'm heading off for a very early morning festive Pilates. I have been set the challenge of creating the festive playlist for today's class. I'm actually doing Pilates again tomorrow as well. But this is Chloe's last class that she's taking before Christmas, so it's going to be a really fun one. I've got on my most Santa-like, oh gosh, my camera's not loving this dark lighting, my most Father Christmas-like outfit. These kind of, well, most festive I would say, cranberry coloured leggings, a very alpine jumper, and white fluffy coat, which is actually all from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, as are my little socks. And we've got a really exciting day today. I'm going to do the Daylesford shop for our Strawtop Cottage guests. We've got guests staying in both cottages all over Christmas, so we're going to create a really lovely festive hamper for them. So I'm going to buy all of the goodies for our guests at Daylesford after Pilates, then heading over to the cottage, then rushing back home because we have got a very exciting arrival today. So I can't wait for later on today. It's going to be really, really exciting. Dexter's obviously very excited too, as you can hear. But my darlings, without further ado, let's get to Pilates. Just love how this looks, an explosion of festive foliage. If I've got my secateurs in the car, I might do some snipping on my way to Strawtop Cottage. This is very much the calm before the storm here at Daylesford today, I can imagine. It's going to get very busy. I've got the bits for Strawtop, and now... Oh, this is rather lovely. Lots of poinsettias in the greenhouse. I'm just going to trot through and get a matcha, and then head over to the cottages. That's a good idea. Okay, got everything that I needed to get at Daylesford. Really nice to get in and out before it gets too crazy busy. I've got a matcha and a cinnamon bun for the road, for our road trip over to Strawtop Cottage, and all of the goodies for our Christmas guests. We've got some sourdough loaves, we've got some eggs, we've got some streaky bacon. I've also got another punnet of organic clementines. I think we'll just leave some in a fruit bowl for our guests that are staying over Christmas. I also picked up in the back here some boxes of flowers. I can't remember what they're called, those big, very festive flowers that you often see in Christmas bunches. I want to say chrysanthemums, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong. I'll have to do a Google and remind myself, but I really want to do some festive flower arranging in the house today, because I'm just not sure we'll have time tomorrow. But I'm gonna crack on, get over to Strawtop, and yeah, it's just gonna be a very busy day, and we have got a really fun evening ahead of us as well, but I will tell you all about that a little bit later. Okay, so here we are at the original Strawtop Cottage. This was our first holiday rental cottage, if you're new to the channel, and yesterday I showed you Strawtop 2, which is our newer one, but this one we've been running for over a year now. It's fully booked, as is next door over Christmas. I'm pretty sure next Christmas and even Christmas 2026 might possibly be booked for this one, but I'll leave the Airbnb links down below because we do have availability next year, which we've opened up. But let me show you the lovely little finishing festive touches that we've added for our guests that are staying over Christmas. So a couple of organic clementines from Daylesford in this little bowl in the window. We've got a lovely Daylesford organic gin marmalade, fresh sourdough loaf that I just picked up, some organic free-range eggs, and this time we're leaving a box of traditional mince pies. I would definitely recommend that you heat these up in the oven. Charlie's left out some hot chocolate. Both of the cottages have got a Hotel Chocolat Velvetizer. We've got the Daylesford hand wash and body lotion, all the pans, all the utensils, little dishwasher. We like to highlight as many local businesses as possible, so we've got some lovely English Cotswold designs from Olivia Jane on the tea towels. A couple of blondies and brownies from Quince and Clover, which is our favourite. Fully stocked up coffee machine and coffee pods. And then here in the fridge we've got the Daylesford butter, yogurt, bacon. We've got some beers from Hawkstone Lager, Black Fox cider, and then an English sparkling wine from a company called 𝑑𝒐𝑏𝒅. We mix and match.
Cider's from Dunkerton's, Julian Dunkerton's brand.
Is this Dunkerton's?
Yeah.
Ah. And this is who we're going to see tonight, Jade and Julian Dunkerton. They are hosting a carol celebration at their house, which is going to be really lovely. Charlie's also been topping up the teas. Ooh, that's sugar. That's also sugar. These are the teas here. This is from another local company, Jeeves and Jericho, who are based in Oxford. Charlie's just about to top those up. So yeah, as many local brands as possible. I showed all of this stuff that we put in the cottages in a TikTok, and so many people were like, I can't believe how much you provide your guests, but we do feel that we want to go the extra mile, and this is a real plug, we've only ever had 5-star glowing reviews, and I think we've now got Superhost and like top 1% of homes to stay in the UK, so it's definitely worth it. And Charlie and I pride ourselves on being great hosts and hostess, so we just want to extend that to our guests here at Strawtop Cottage. So anyone watching needs a last minute Christmas gift, you could always get a Strawtop Cottage stay booked in for next year. Got so much baby hair going on today, I don't know what's happening here. I think I must have slept there and given myself a little bit of floof. We've got some characters that you'll be familiar with. Nutcracker, a golden pheasant. Oh, that's so nice and warm. Just in case anybody wanted to know who really rules the roost at Strawtop Cottages, we've got a portrait of the king himself and his little friend. No, he's not a pauper, he's my tinkly ween. My sweet babies have got their portrait, POW trait here. We've got the boots, we've got the walking supplies, and Charlie has also set up a lovely Christmas tree in here. This is such a cozy living room. I'm actually kind of jealous of the people that are staying here at Christmas because it's so lovely and cozy. Of course, just like next door, we've got a charnwood stove, matches there to light the fire. Charlie's set up a Jenga of kindling with the firelighters already in situ. There's normally plants here, but Charlie's just watering them. And we've got very much a Cotswold woodland theme on the tree. So you've got lots of friends like Harold the, oh no, there's Harold the hedgehog, got the owl, got foxes, bees, rabbits. It's actually such a lovely selection of Christmas decorations on here. Even got the Daylesford Defender. If you watched yesterday's vlog, you might be thinking you've got deja vu, but actually upstairs, these cottages are pretty much identical in their layout. Obviously, we've designed them differently, so very, very similar. Up here, complete with the alcove in the corner with the dressing table. And the original cottage has also got quite a statement bathroom. We've got these fabulous tiles. Smells incredible in here because we've got a Bamford diffuser. And then another super cozy and lovely bedroom up at the top here. So we've got a king-size bed up here, once again with a bespoke headboard. And I love these little pink lamps up on the walls here. It's all just very cozy, as though you're staying in a very chic grandma's house. So there we go, that's my cheeky plug for Christmas. We're very, very proud of our holiday cottages, and I think that we've spent, gosh, 5 years now on YouTube showing you all of our favourite places in the Cotswolds, and I love that so many of you have been able to come and stay here and experience so many of our favourites. We have got a favourite festive things to do in the Cotswolds blog post in case you are coming over the next weekend or over the Christmas period. I'll leave that link down below. But there we go, I hope you enjoyed that little tour. Now, sorry, I don't know why I'm so out of breath. It's all the stairs. I'm gonna head back home because, as I mentioned, we have got someone very exciting coming to join the family for Christmas. Okay, my darlings, I'm back home again, still very much in my Pilates outfit, but I'm not going to get changed until a little bit later because I've got lots of outdoorsy jobs that need to be done today. I've actually bought a green bucket into the dining room. The least featured room on YouTube, according to Charlie. I definitely beg to differ. I think there are a few bedrooms that we definitely film in less. But something that I need to do today is I need to complete the job of freshening up the florals in the house ahead of our guests arriving on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So this little festive centerpiece is what we put on this table on the day that the royal butler and the royal gardener were here. So a lot of it has got quite dried and shriveled. It doesn't look bad, it's still quite effective, but yeah, I definitely think it'll look better if I get some fresh juicy holly leaves. This is also the room that we dry our laundry in. So it's often quite warm in here, which means everything does dry out a lot more than maybe it would do in other rooms. But a lot of this was just foraged from the garden, so I think I'm gonna head out and pick some fresh pieces. So I've decided to start completely from scratch in the dining room, as you just saw by the whipping off of the tablecloth. And this might look like a bucket of garden waste to a lot of people, but to me this is decorating gold. So I have foraged from the garden some ivy, some, I think this is still an ivy berry, isn't it? And then we've got some yew in here as well, and maybe some conifer, and I'm on the lookout for some holly. I know that we've got some holly trees up there that are in berry. So these all combined, I think, into little bud vases will be a really nice way of decorating the table. And then maybe I'll find some roses in a flower shop or something that I can add in for a little bit of colour. Okay, I've got my second breakfast of the day, one of my little gingerbread men, dipped in chocolate, very healthy, alongside my cinnamon roll for lunch. Good gingerbread though. Do you know what, this actually really needs a coffee. to dunk it in. So I'm going to go make myself a coffee, and then I'm going to do our floral arranging. So these are the tulips that we had. They are about 10 days old. As you can see, some of them are looking a little bit worse for wear, but most of them are actually perfect. These are the ones which were in our Smith & Munson subscription, and they just lasted so well. So I think these are going to be the basis of my bud vases. This is what I like to do every year because you can just move them around, and if you're eating in the kitchen or eating in the dining room, you can just move the bud vases and make everywhere look beautiful. Then I've got my roses, and I'm pretty sure they're amaryllis. I think that's what they are, in this tall vase, just having a nice drink of water. And I'm going to do a display in this. I don't actually know where I got this from, but it's got quite a nice wide opening. So the amaryllis and my foraged greenery are going to go in there. But anyway, I'm going to go make myself a coffee, and then we'll get busy. I've just added some of the foraged foliage to my little white tulips, and I'm actually really liking this white and green theme. I think it could be really easy to continue this and expand on it for the Christmas table, especially seeing as I've got green napkins, green crockery, sorry, not green crockery, yeah, green glassware, and then I could do white ribbon around the green napkins. That could look really, really nice. Probably should have planned this ahead of literally the day before Christmas Eve, but never mind. Okay, so one of my final jobs that I need to do that's kind of garden greenery related is to pot on my hellebores. So these have just been getting quite dry and forgotten about in their plastic pots, but I think it's really nice to have potted plants like this in the house at Christmas as well. Just the more greenery the better. I feel like the air in the house can get quite stale at Christmas time, you know, it's cold, the windows are shut, and it's just quite nice to have as much greenery in the house as possible. So I'm just going to put these up. They also make for really nice gifts. I think it's just something a little bit different if you normally take a bunch of flowers to take a potted plant, and if you can go to an antique shop or a charity shop and get some old pots like this and a plant, this is going to last your recipient months instead of a bunch of flowers which could last a week or so. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the potted plants. I'm just going to pop some compost around the edges, add a little bit of gravel for drainage, and then that one is good to go inside. Okay, my darlings, that's me done in the greenhouse / garden for today. I might do a little bit more flower sprucing tomorrow, but that'll depend what I manage to pick up from the shops. So it's now time to make some lunch, and similar situation to when we went to the girls' party, the girls' Christmas drinks at RH, I wasn't too sure what the dinner situation was going to be food-wise, so I thought I'd have a nice big heavy lunch. So my big heavy lunch, surprise surprise, is going to be a macaroni cheese. Because I'm also thinking I'm not going to be having one for the next like 4 or 5 days or so, despite the amount of cheese in the house. So I'm going to do one, but in an attempt to make it healthy, I've got this handful of cavolo nero in the fridge, needs eating. So I'm going to make it a kind of healthy greens mac and cheese. Kind of any reason to persuade myself to have mac and cheese, the fact that it's going to be healthier with cavolo nero is the only excuse I need. It feels like a whip. I'm also going to do a pistachio crumb on top, which should be absolutely delicious. But before I start cooking, there is somebody that I have to introduce you to. Just like last year, we are adding a new member to the household, to the family for Christmas. Right on cue. And here he is, our sweet friend Bertie is joining us for the festive season. Aren't you, my boy? We absolutely love having Bertie here. He is Dexter's best friend. He gets along with Dickie in that he understands Dickie's intricacies, but they're just not quite as BFFs as Bertie and Dexy. I would say Bertie and Dexy are on the same kind of intelligence level, and they play really, really nicely together, whereas Dickie, I always explain Dickie as being a little bit like if Forrest Gump was a dog. That's what Dickie would be like. So he doesn't have the same instincts as other doggies. He doesn't play that well with other doggies. Obviously Dexy understands him, but Bertie is still figuring his way around. Bertie is of course our lovely friends Phil and Hannah's doggie, and they are away skiing, so we said of course we will look after little Bertie once again over Christmas and New Year, and we absolutely love having him here. I must say Dexy and Dickie, they don't get along with every other doggie in the world, but they do get along with other sausages, and Bertie is just such a lover, and yeah, he fits into the family absolutely perfectly. I'm going to pop you down and go and play with your pal. They've been eating quite well, but I'm going to give them all a little treat. This is the venison bone broth from a different dog. Yes! Oh, the thing is, he just always wants to be going outside. You're such a little explorer. Come on then. Go on then. And you're going too. So to make my mac and cheese green, I think now he wants to come back in. You're demanding, 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. Come on. In you come, please. Don't just sit on the doormat. I can't decide whether to chop up the kale or maybe I'll blend it into the sauce. I think that's a better idea, because then it'll be more of a secret green mac and cheese. That's the plan. Okay, I think mac and cheese is almost ready. Bone broth. Still a little bit hot for puppies actually. Let's check on this. Oh, yes. Okay boys, come and try this bone broth. Come on in. Come on, Bertie. Dexy. I'm sorry, it's a bit nasty, isn't it? Okay, you've had enough. No, you've had enough. Go on then, Bertie. You have a little go. I know. Don't take the mean one away. It's not all about you. I'm gonna let Dickie have a go now, Bertie. Is that okay? You let Dickie have a go? I'm sorry, it's just we have to all share in this house. I know. And you're a much faster eater than I too. Well, that macaroni cheese was stunning. 10 out of 10, top marks. Next time I would maybe do a stronger cheese as well, just because it was quite kale-y, but it felt like a healthy one. Anyway, I have got 19 minutes to get ready for tonight's wonderful event, and I don't actually know what the dress code is. I don't know if it's a smart affair or if it's go in your slightly more cozy outfits. Do I wear 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅? Is that a little bit cheesy? So I've decided I'm gonna wear a 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 blouse and the sparkly skirt that I've worn so much over the The Christmas period, I absolutely love that skirt. I just did something really weird. I just brushed my teeth without toothpaste because I wanted my teeth to be clean because they had bits of kale in, but I didn't want my mouth to be minty because I want coffee. Anyway, I need to do makeup, hair and outfit in 18 minutes before we have to go because tonight's event starts at 5, which I love. I love an early event. So obviously there will be people going tonight that have probably spent all afternoon getting ready, like literally hours. I actually have no idea if it's going to be a big event, a small event. I've never been to Jade and Julian's house before. I've seen it on her Instagram and I know that it is a sensational house, absolutely beautiful. But yeah, I actually just really don't know the vibe for tonight because it doesn't technically say party, it just says carols. So we could actually all just be outside singing carols. So I should have asked what the dress code was, but I did not. And it's far too late now because technically we should actually already be en route. But anyway, I'm applying Tropic Liquid Radiance as my foundation. I did have the world's smallest amount of BB cream on earlier in the day. I just threw that on before Pilates. I very rarely put BB cream on for Pilates. I'm normally completely fresh-faced, but today I thought it was going to be more of like a social fun class because it being the last Chloe class before Christmas. Half of me wants to add more coverage and then the other half of me is like, Josie, your skin is fine. You don't need to add coverage just for the sake of it. I definitely often find myself doing that. Like, I'm putting makeup on and I'm almost on autopilot and then I look in this mirror and this camera I think is so unflattering. I always just don't really like how it looks in that camera. But then in this mirror here it looks a lot nicer, but then I'm almost piling on more makeup just for the camera, which I know is not ideal. Also, this morning checked my phone and who has returned to Instagram but Rosie Londoner. What a throwback. Rosie is one of the only people that I know of, obviously other than the US people that get cancelled and then disappear off the face of the internet, but she actually said goodbye and she retired and she was like, that's it. I'm gonna go and, oh gosh, I can never get into this Gucci bronzer. Yeah, she was like, the internet life is not for me anymore. I'm gonna actually have a normal life. And she did. And I think it was maybe 6 years ago that, maybe not that long actually, 4 or 5 years ago that she officially left the internet. I saw her a couple of times in real life since then, but she's back. Rosie Londoner is back and I'm really, really happy for her. I guess she feels that she's in a place now that she wants to start sharing things online again, build a new community as a mom, as a wife. I don't know where she's living at the moment. She was traveling all over the place with her husband for work, but I'm really happy to see her coming back. Obviously this year we saw 𝑭𝒂𝒕 coming back. I'm speaking to a lot of people who are saying that long form YouTube, not that this is what Rosie does, Rosie was purely on the gram, but that long form YouTube is having a resurgence. I was like, did it ever go away? Nobody told me that. I guess I'm just not one for the trends. I've never really adopted TikTok, have a presence there, but it's absolutely never been a focus for me. Maybe it should have been. But yeah, nice to see some familiar faces returning. Let me know if there is anyone that you know of that has left the internet that you wish would return. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else that I know of that's left the internet. It's quite a bold thing to do, isn't it? Anyway, I think I'm going to turn the camera off and focus on getting ready because I now have 14 minutes till we need to leave the house and I'm not having a good hair day, so I don't know what we're going to do here. So I'm going to work some miracles and I'll catch up with you in a second. Okay, my darlings, apologies. I never got to show you the outfit or the look for the evening. It was a mega rush getting ready to go, I'm not going to lie. And a small straw top drama, which I may or may not fill you in on later, but we've just arrived to the venue for the carol concert this evening. I keep saying concert, carol, what do they call it? Carols at the court. Yeah, carols at the court. No, carols at the court. We're all going to be singing along together. So It's going to be a lovely evening. So I ended up going for my lovely cream ecru and rose gold trench coat with my Holland Cooper blouse underneath and a little crossbody bag to finish the outfit. We've moved inside for carols in the hallway. We've got a hymn sheet here, so let's go and join in. A lovely evening at Jade and Julian's. Their house is absolutely stunning. We were all blasting out the carols at the top of our hymns. Which was your favourite one, darling?
O come all ye faithful.
That's a banger, isn't it? That last chorus.
I'm just excited because we've got a guest in both cottages, but number 2 for Christmas, and they've sent me a picture of their dog.
Oh, he's got his paw raised.
I'm really happy.
Oh, golly.
I'm having a great time.
I've got my paw raised. Yeah. Hang on, we need to show it properly because I don't know if it focused. I've got my paw raised, I'm in the kitchen, I am so sweet.
Very dog friendly.
Very dog friendly. But yes, we are heading home. It's not going to be a late night. This evening there were lots of children there, which was really, really lovely, and I think it's a tradition that they do every year, so it's a real privilege to be invited. But Charlie is peckish, so we've come to Daylesford because it's literally halfway between our house and Cheltenham. So what are you in the mood for, darling?
I'm going to get a steak, I think.
A steak?
Yeah.
He's bonkers. And this is another little trick. If you come to Daylesford half an hour before closing time, even on the eve of Christmas Eve, I think we might just have the shop to ourselves. Let's go. I was here at 7:30 a.m. Now we're back again at 7:30 p.m. You're getting the Christmas Day veg. Sprouts. Look how tiny the leeks are. That's funny. Can't say I've ever been to Daylesford in Dior heels before. Normally I'm here in wellies.
Some garlic.
So we've ended up doing the full Christmas Day veggie shop while we're here, seeing as it's nice and quiet. So we've got tons of garlic, we've got cauliflower, broccoli. Darling, do we really need that many sprouts?
Yeah. Well, it's not as many as you think. Mm-hmm. It's for the gratin.
Okay.
I think we do.
Maybe one stem less, I'd say.
Okay, yeah, maybe one less. Okay, I think you'd be surprised. There's not that many on there.
Oh right. My goodness, you're bonkers.
Let's get something for dinner now.
Right. Okay, back home again. Sorry about this awful lighting here in the bathroom, but I'm just doing my evening skincare, and for the last time watching over the vlog from the night before. I say for the last time, obviously there will be a vlog tomorrow, but there'll be Christmas Eve, and yeah, there won't be time for that. So I don't want to, well, the Christmas Eve for me, it'll be Christmas Day for you. If you guys are watching this video on the day that it goes live, then you are about to go to sleep on Christmas Eve and it's Christmas Day tomorrow. I know that's how it works every year, but I just find it really magical that you have chosen to spend a little bit of time on your Christmas Eve, which is such a special evening, with me. I'm incredibly grateful that you've spent any time with me over the festive period. This Vlogmas has been, it's been a really, really fun one. I'm very grateful for all of you for watching. It's been a lot of work. I'm incredibly thankful for the incredible Fashion Mumbler team. Could not have done it without Team Fashion Mumbler, Jake, Molly, Chloe, Charlie, Dexter Dickens Bertie could not have done it without Team Fashion Mumbler, and also couldn't have done it without the brand partners. We worked with some incredible brands over Vlogmas, and that is also thanks to you guys for watching that I'm able to make this dream career a reality. And I don't say it enough, but yeah, thank you. From Daylesford to Tiffany jewellery, there have been, and Aston Martin, you know, there've just been some incredible brand partnerships that I couldn't have ever dreamt of in my wildest dreams. So yeah, feeling very, very grateful for all of you right now. But anyway, my darlings, I'm gonna wrap up this vlog here, massaging my skincare, and get to bed. I think we're probably gonna finish watching Black Doves. I know it's not particularly festive, it's set around Christmas time, but yeah, I don't know if it's the traditional Christmas viewing, probably not. So there'll be one final vlog tomorrow. I'll be sharing what we get up to on Christmas Eve. I also have a very special extended version of the intro to share with you tomorrow as a little Christmas Day treat. My goodness, if you choose to spend some of your precious Christmas Day watching my final Vlogmas tomorrow, then that really is just so, so kind of you. And yeah, feeling a bit emotional. I always get like this towards the end of Vlogmas. It's such a, it's, you know what is it, like 30 days to build a habit? Well, I think it's less than that, because I feel just so, it does become a habit. That's why when people are like, oh, why are you picking up the camera on Christmas Day? Kind of doesn't bother me anymore. I can see how daily vloggers just really get into the swing of it. But then equally, I've been very grateful for those, like, well, actually it was only one day that I didn't really film this December because of Charlie's accident. But yeah, it is a lot sharing your life online, and even sharing a 30 to 40 minute, sometimes up to an hour long video every day. There's still so much that you don't see. There's still so much that goes on that we are able to keep private, and that's just life. And I think you never know what people are going through, and you do always have to be kind and considerate. And even if you see someone sharing the most perfect life online, that doesn't always mean that it's the full story. So just remember that. But yeah, anyway, I'm getting a bit deep, a bit philosophical, and I clearly can't talk anymore. So I'm gonna end this Christmas Eve Vlogmas Day 24. Can't believe it, my darlings. As Elle Wood says at the end of Legally Blonde, we did it! If there's a vlog tomorrow, which there will be. Anyway, my darlings, thank you so much for watching. Wishing you a very magical Christmas Eve evening. I hope that Father Christmas brings you everything your heart desires. And I'll see you tomorrow for the final Vlogmas on Christmas Day. Good night.